AdamandJP.com.
Right now.
Exploring the multiverse of pop culture.
This is Podcasserole.
An Adam and JP show.
Well, hey, it's Podcasserole.
It's been a while.
Your Friday regular meet and greet place, the old radio chat and chew.
So you have the normal 9 to 5 normally job again. Mm-hmm. Are Fridays special to you once again?
Yes, they are.
Because for a while back in the day, Friday was nothing.
No. Well, actually, Friday was always special.
Well, that was the start of your 3-day weekend back in the day. It was your old job. You had a 3-day weekend.
I did. It was technically the start of my 3-day weekend. That's when we would record on Friday.
Yeah. So now you have that kind of,
Why did I give up a 3-day weekend? Why did I give that up? What an idiot.
Hindsight 2020.
It's so like first Friday, my new job. Oh, you guys work on Friday?
I'm coming in tomorrow?
I have to come in?
Is it like a half day or?
No, it's a regular work day. Oh.
When you say casual Friday, you mean like from home or is like that casual?
You mean like if I show up around noon?
Or like on Facebook or?
Check in and go home. Is that casual Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, my 3-day weekend.
It was.
So yeah, Fridays have been special for quite some time.
Okay, so it's a Friday, yeah.
No, they really are special now.
Special Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's officially the end of the week.
Right, yeah.
It begins my 2-day weekend.
I noticed a lot of podcasts released episodes on Fridays, so I should know that's what I like to do.
If you research podcasts, the best release dates are Tuesday and Thursday.
Really?
Uh-huh.
That's what we used to do. We used to have the double Tuesdays and Fridays. Yeah. Why Tuesday? What's the deal with Tuesday?
I think...
What is the deal with Tuesday?
Monday, you're probably getting caught up, and then so Tuesday, you're ready for new episodes.
I got you.
But according to research, if you're doing a podcast, Tuesdays and Thursdays are the best release dates.
I thought Friday. Okay.
But I like doing a Friday show.
It feels right.
It does feel right. It feels so right.
It does.
Couple of things. Hey, what are you watching? Is there anything you're watching? I know you went to see Black Panther. We talked about that. Are you okay?
I'm good.
What are you doing to your hoodie?
I just wanted to ring it like an old villain. I don't know. Black Panther was great. What else have we seen here? I know you don't watch this. But I'm a man of entertainment from all varieties.
Is this going to be Say Yes to the Dress?
Pretty dang close.
Because I know you and your wife have been spending a lot of time at home together.
Pretty dang close.
You're both on maternity leave.
This is news breaking. It's on, Entertainment Tonight, Good Morning America. But I know you don't watch The Bachelor at all.
That would be a correct statement.
Have you heard about what happened in this past season's? I mean, it ended like a week ago.
It was staged.
A week and a half ago. No.
Because you really can't find true love on a TV show?
You're right in that regard.
The divorce rate is very high on The Bachelor?
You're right in that regard.
Yeah.
So, normal fare, The Bachelor season ends, comes down to the final 2 women. He makes his choice, has the one remaining woman, goes down on one knee, proposes to her. Happy ending. But the show has an hour left before it's over. Come to find out, after a month and a half with this person, he realizes he made a terrible mistake, and this is the one he dumped to get to have the final woman. And so he brings the Bachelor crew brings the cameras back, and he wants them to film himself breaking his engagement off with the one he chose. So he breaks up with her, and then begs the other one to take him back. So never in Bachelor history has it ever happened where he balks on his decision, takes back the engagement, the ring and all, and goes back to the other one. And now the beauty of that is, it's the beautiful Elton John circle of life, because the woman that was dumped is the original Bachelor's pick, is now the new Bachelorette for next season. It's a circle of life.
Wait a minute. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There's only one thing I can play for that.
What's that?
And this is taking it back to like the early days of this show.
But after you created a monster, and they call me Frankenstein. In the tavern down the street is a laboratory.
And you watch the show.
Yeah, so, I do. I'll explain myself in a bit. Let's hear this.
No, well, I would like to hear your.
Monster blood, and it does affect me different every time. But after you created a monster, now they call me Frankenstein. Now they call me Frankenstein.
I think it's been a while. We should give a quick reason what that song even means to us.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, the first 2 or 3 episodes, that was kind of the song that would hit whenever ridiculous things happened in the show.
Yeah.
It became almost like a...
It's like a little morning show bit.
pretty much, but it was fun. It became our first... In 2011, we were at conventions selling buttons, Drinkenstein buttons.
Drinkenstein buttons.
This goes back...
Because we thought we'd created a catchphrase, see?
Yes. Yeah, from a 70s movie with Dolly Parton and Sylvester Stallone. See?
All the kids are going to love Drinkenstein.
So it was fun. And so once a year, we'll bring Drinkenstein back. And there you go.
Twice this year, because we'll always do it at Halloween.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But my Bachelor spiel, I like entertainment. I'm the one guy in the middle. I feel like Chris Pratt in Jurassic World, and he's trying to hold all the raptors off. He's in between everyone. I'm that guy that likes pro football. I'm that guy that likes pro wrestling. I'm that guy that watches The Bachelor. I'll watch Big Bang. I'll watch anything if it's entertaining to me. And it's very seldom to have all those groups like each other. And I tell them all for the same reasons. Because you say, you can't like The Bachelor because it's scripted and it's fake.
No. I mean, it is fake and it is scripted.
Those fans tell me that I can't watch wrestling because it's scripted and fake.
I don't watch The Bachelor because it's a terrible show.
But the same people. I mean, I'm not taking up for it, but I'll take them all in stride.
It sounds like you're a Bachelor apologist. It's okay, man. Hey, you know what the kids say these days? You do you.
Not me do me.
Yeah.
But the Bachelor fans say the same thing to me about watching wrestling. I have to defend it just like I do with The Bachelor. Now, granted, I like wrestling 10,000 times more than The Bachelor. I always stand by that. But I see the same hate from both sides. Being in the middle.
Even the Katie Vick storyline?
We won't talk about that. But I see hate from both sides. I really do. I mean, a lot of people hate. Like, if you haven't grown up with pro wrestling, that's a fact. If you weren't exposed to it at a young age, you don't like it. You don't respect it. You think it's pretty stupid. And it's always the same deal. It's so fake. I'm like, isn't all entertainment? Even the news you watch is so fake. Right?
So you're entertained by The Bachelor?
Sure, yeah.
What do you find entertaining about The Bachelor?
It's drama, straight dramatic. Be it fake, scripted, real, or whatever, it's drama, and I enjoy it. That's why I love court shows, man. I'll watch Judge Judy all day.
Do you watch Swamp People?
I never have. I probably wouldn't hate it. It's hard for me not to be entertained. It's the level of enjoyment. Does that make sense?
Do you watch any of those fix-em-up shows?
Like which ones?
I don't know. Fixer Upper?
Like the houses?
Yeah.
No, that's no entertainment.
Yeah.
I don't like houses.
Flip My Rig?
I think I saw Flip My Rig Volume 2. I think I paid $75 for a VHS of that.
In a really thick box.
But does that mean, I guess I'm easily entertained. It's the level of entertainment.
Do you watch Why Not the Winnebago?
Yeah, I think so. It's just
Say Yes or Confess?
My level of entertainment is what matters.
Okay.
I would never watch a Bachelor season twice in a row. Like Daredevil. I've seen the Daredevil series each season twice. I would never go back and watch Bachelor again, like the same season. Mm-hmm. But I'll watch it once and just veg out to it. Man, I watch QVC for entertainment sometimes.
Maybe you should get a 9-to-5 job.
You think so? But it's always my predicament. I just like a good story,
Uh-huh.
You should try some Bachelor.
No.
You should.
No, it's funny. My wife and I were watching something on ABC the other night.
Yeah.
And a promo came on for The Bachelor.
Uh-huh.
And she said, "Oh, I'm so glad I don't watch that show anymore." And I said, "Me too."
I mean, it's terrible, but so is pro wrestling. It's bad, right? Current pro wrestling.
Yeah, and you know what? When I was watching wrestling the other night, I got a little pushback. Not gonna lie.
From who?
From my wife.
From watching it because it was bad now, or what?
Hey, look, it's wrestling. I don't really like wrestling.
Oh.
It was like kind of down low. I know. I'm like,
wait a minute. What did you say?
I've got pictures of you enjoying yourself at Monday Night Raw.
That's
live.
True. Give them the DXX.
Day after our honeymoon.
That's true. It happens. That's my Bachelor segment.
Well, I'm so glad I asked what you've been watching.
But it was crazy. That's never happened before in the history of Bachelor. Never had to take backsies.
Well, I mean, it is season 14.
21, I believe.
Okay. Sorry.
20-something.
Just like Survivor. I've never watched Survivor.
I never have, no.
Never watched Survivor. Never watched, what was the one that Joe Rogan hosted? Fear Factor.
Fear Factor. I did a few of those.
I never watched Fear Factor.
Yeah. So would you say you're a reality TV hater?
I think that is a fair statement to make.
What is it you don't like about? I'm not the world's biggest fan. But what is it you don't like? Because we have a lot of friends that are reality TV haters. What's the hatred for that come from?
I like a show where professional creative writers
Yeah.
have sat down and developed characters and written dialogue. Now, all of this actually could apply to reality shows too, but and I like the presentation of a scripted series. And there's lots of scripted series that I like. I cannot I get agitated watching reality television.
Really?
Be it anything.
Yeah.
Be it Say Yes to the Dress, be it, Fantastic or Flop or whatever that show's called, be it the cooking shows.
Really?
Yeah. Now, the only one that I could watch for a while was Hell's Kitchen because Gordon Ramsay is so entertaining.
He's great, yeah. See, I love documentaries, and to me, it's just like a show version of a documentary. Don't you think so? Like, I would say most documentaries have a little bit of...
I mean, in all fairness, I love a good documentary, too.
Yeah,
And that's what I'm going to talk about that I've been watching.
To me, that's kind of show style. I mean, I think it's hard to find a 100% genuine documentary where nothing was manipulated. A camera rolled and things happened.
That's what The Bachelor is?
No, I'm saying I think as much as a documentary has some manipulation, I think reality TV does as well. I believe so. There's no way some great documentaries we've seen just happen willy-nilly as you roll a camera. Kind of impossible.
And I think part of my problem with reality shows, too, is, this guy would be working at a GameStop.
Yeah.
Or she would be working at a Waffle House, but yet they're so willing to make themselves look so bad and do whatever and show whatever and act however for fame. And I think anyone who pursues fame that much, it's just really sad.
Yeah.
It's just really sad.
That's why I like to see it.
It's just so sad. It makes you feel better about yourself?
Yeah, I think so.
Kind of builds you up a little bit?
Maybe that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I watch the court dramas. Judge Judy, I laugh at that stuff because I would never... I love...
What about Hot Bench? You watch that?
I love Hot Bench. I love... And my wife does... She hates those shows. And she's like, why do you... As much as you hate drama, because I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Family drama, friend drama, I just back out from it.
You like real life drama?
No, I hate it.
But you watch This Is Us.
I know.
That's the biggest drama on television.
I mean, when I say drama, I mean drama as in like, oh, no, you didn't drama.
Oh, okay.
I love that drama from afar.
Okay.
Like, I watch court shows all day of people suing someone because of a bad haircut because they backed into their mailbox. I love that.
Dun, 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 dun.
In real life, I don't want it.
No drama.
Yeah. No drama. You don't want no drama. That's where you're going, wasn't it? I feel bad. About 3 minutes ago, I used the term willy-nilly in a sentence. And I feel bad for it.
Willy-nilly?
I don't like that. I just need to scrub it off me right now. I apologize for my willy-nilly.
What was it? You were making fun of me on the last show?
Did I?
Oh, AC/DC being like...
I didn't make fun. I'm just like,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I like AC/DC.
It's like old music.
It is.
And you're over here throwing out willy-nilly. You kids acting all willy-nilly.
Earlier today I said wishy-washy. Now I'm doing willy-nilly. Man, do I have any more dash?
You bought the minivan last year?
I need more dash.
You got a kid?
Any more dash words I can use here?
What kind of shoes are you wearing?
I have Converse now.
Oh, okay.
I guess that was cool 20 years ago.
Yeah, I know. You're wearing the shoes that we think, hey, we look young and hip when we wear them, but we're not. Because no one young and hip wears those.
I'll have my Skechers with the cushion soon. Those that make you work out while you're walking.
Yeah.
All the old people wear.
I got complimented on my Converse in Louisville last week.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was in the restaurant. Waitress walks by, and she goes, I like your Chucks. I didn't understand what she said.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, I'm sorry, what did you say?
You want a what?
She goes, I like your Chucks. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. Like I did.
Yeah.
I was like I heard I like your chest. And I was like, wait a minute.
I've been doing
Are
some
you just trying to
push-ups.
get a big tip?
A big what? Tip, ma'am, tip.
I'm calling the manager.
And that's how I got arrested in Kentucky.
Yeah. one of many ways
Yeah.
you get arrested in
Exactly.
Kentucky.
Did you have any Jason's Deli salad bar while you were there?
I refused to do it because you weren't with me.
That's tradition. You've got to have some good beets with an EE, not an EA, actual vegetable beets.
But I did try the hotel restaurant again. I gave him one more chance.
How is that? That's your seventh one last chance.
At the stadium. What's it called? Stadium
I always want to say Stadium Events, but it's Stadium Joe's.
Stadium Joe's.
Is it Stadium Joe's?
Stadium Joe's.
What a
in the Ramada Inn.
What a terrible establishment.
Louisville, Kentucky.
The hotel works for me. The expo was amazing. But that restaurant can go to hell.
I was kind of late getting there Friday night because I had to work. And I left after work, and so it took a while to get up there. So And plus, you lose an hour going from Nashville to Louisville.
I feel like we always forget that every year.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. You're actually arriving an hour later than you think you're going to.
Yeah.
And so I get there, and I have about 45 minutes to get to Stadium Joe's before they stop serving food.
Your reservation
And I
goes up.
hadn't eaten all day. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to give Stadium Joe's a try. So I walk in, and I was like, what's the easiest thing? She goes, pizza. I was like, I don't really want it, but you got to get a large. I'm like, I really don't want a large pizza. I was like, oh, what about these pizza rolls? They look delicious. It's like two big. She goes, oh, those are really good. They're like Hot Pockets. I'm like, you know what?
Sentence, you know?
Hot Pocket and a Diet Coke doesn't sound so bad.
It's like two different sentences.
At 11.
They're very good, period. Later on, those are like Hot Pockets.
At 10:30 Eastern Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. So then they come out. They're lukewarm, giant Hot Pockets from Godfather's Pizza, which is right across the hall from the Stadium Joe's.
Wow.
They didn't even cook it there. They went over to Godfather's Pizza and got them.
Mr. Cane's Godfather's Pizza?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because the sauce, the dipping sauce, the cold dipping sauce, had the Godfather's logo on.
Really? Wow.
So,
That's not real.
yeah, it's just as real as The Bachelor.
When's the last time you had a good Hot Pocket? And I use the term good as in like, when's the last time you had a Hot Pocket?
It had to be probably one of those times when my wife went home to visit her mom and dad.
Oh, really? You're just here by yourself?
I'm just here by myself.
I
Yeah.
had a Facebook memory pop up today. I just showed you the picture visually earlier on. Remember the picture you saw of me with the Hot Pockets?
Yeah.
And I had a memory. I would always do this with my Hot Pockets. I would kind of crack them open from the top, take a bite out, and I would stuff it with puffy Cheetos.
What?
In that picture, that's what's happening. I would take a bite out of the Hot Pocket in the corner and just fill it and gorge it with puffy Cheetos. And that's how I got that beautiful figure. And so as you eat this Hot Pocket, the liquid, the beautiful ham or beautiful pepperoni juices from that Hot Pocket factory would just soak into that mushy Cheeto. And as you ate it, it's like a cheesy, spongy, beautiful pocket of hot.
How did you know to do that?
When you get big, you get creative.
Well, you remember the time I made you like fold the cookie into a slice of pizza?
That
and eat
was,
it?
that was delicious.
It is delicious. I ain't gonna lie. But I've never put Cheetos in a Hot Pocket.
Yeah, try it next time.
Hot Pocket.
So at the time, it was like a 2-year stint. They had corkscrew Cheetos. You remember the corkscrew Cheetos? Mm-hmm. That's what you kind of like just drill it in there. You kind of crank it, give it the old Cheeto crank. That's what you did.
The old Hot Pocket half pint.
The old Hot Pocket Cheeto crank. Yeah. Next time you have a Hot Pocket, throw some Cheetos up in that biatch.
Put some Cheetos on it.
Do it. You won't regret. Don't do crunchy. Don't be an idiot.
It's got to be
Put the puffies in there.
The puffies. The Cheeto Puffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you like the off-brand cheese puffs?
The Golden Flakes?
Uh-huh.
They're doable.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
Because at Sam's Club, you can buy them by the big barrel full.
Now, a cheese ball.
That's what I'm thinking of, cheese balls.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
We go way back. Me and the old cheese ball. Like the barrel of cheese balls. That's bad.
Have you ever just ate so many cheese balls you passed out, and then when you woke up, you just had the orange fingers and
Well, see, cheese balls are special. You have orange hands. You trump it up a little bit. Because you don't pick it like a Cheeto. You pick with
tiny
your fingers.
orange hands.
With a Cheeto, you pick it up with your fingers. Your thumb, index, maybe middle if it's a big puff. But the balls, man, you
just grab them by the handful and shove them in.
The handful of the balls and just shove them in your face.
You know what I think? I would like video of that. But I would also like to see video of me eating popcorn in a theater before a movie starts.
As if no one else was there.
Because it's got to be.
Yeah.
Because I go through a whole bucket before during the previews.
I see those commercials of the Coke and grab your refreshments now, and people grab a little kernel at a time.
That's not how I'm eating my popcorn.
No, if it's not zooming past my ear, it's not going in properly.
And when I get up to go to the restroom or after the end of the movie, there's just all these popcorn kernels.
To my elbows, it's just shining with grease.
Because I will still get popcorn at the theater.
I miss that. You remember, I used to go almost monthly. It was monthly to the local theater, which showed the pay-per-views for free.
Yeah.
There was one time there on the way there, we stopped and got a basically like a snow cone or a slushie. Mm-hmm. And when we got there, we just had nachos and popcorn.
Do you remember when I asked for a hot dog?
Oh yeah, they were very confused about that.
It's like, do you guys have hot dogs? What?
And instead, they gave you a prepackaged little bag of chips and some old cheese.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they were selling those at the Louisville Arcade Expo.
Oh, nice.
Well, I saw someone walk around. I was like, I've had those nachos before at a theater in Columbia, Tennessee, and they didn't know what hot dogs were because that's what I wanted.
Yeah, you did.
Well, here's what I've been watching.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, let me know.
The other night, PBS.
I know where you're going with this.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, they got their pledge drive going.
Okay, yeah.
Which means that's when they showed the really good stuff.
Right.
They showed the Queen documentary.
Okay, I didn't see that.
I watched about 5 minutes of that. But before that, they had a Mr. Rogers documentary.
Yeah, I heard everyone talk about it. I haven't seen it, but everyone talked about it.
It's called It's You I Like, is the name of the documentary.
Yeah.
And, man.
It was emotional, huh?
Like, it hits you right
That's what
in the feels. It
everyone said
really
that.
does. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Hosted by Michael Keaton.
Really?
Because Michael Keaton was on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Really?
Uh-huh.
And what year was that?
Well, they had to be. I mean,
was he young?
Keaton was real young.
Young adult, teenager?
Because
Like,
they have footage of him
Wow.
in one of the bits that he was in.
Now, how was it so emotional? Like, I love Fred Rogers, know his history and how great of a person he was, but what made it so thought-provoking, emotional?
I think it's all of that.
Really?
I think it's all of that. And I think when they show, especially him interacting with children who are physically challenged, and you see it in his eyes that he truly, like, this isn't just, hey, we're going to bring this kid out here. This is going to be good for ratings.
Yeah.
It's not like that. You can just see in the interaction, you can see in his eyes that he genuinely cared about everybody he interacted with on that show. And the way that he never talked down, because it's for kids, and you don't pick up on this when you're a kid. It's when you're an adult and you watch back. He would not talk down to the children, even though he talked on their level. And Mr. Rogers did. Mr. Rogers did one thing that I think everybody who is in any sort of media where you're speaking to like, you could use this in podcasting, radio, television. He personalized everything he said. Like from the opening song where he says, I've, always wanted to meet a neighbor just like you. When he spoke and, he would always introduce any guest he would always introduce you to them.
Yeah.
And he would say, this is my friend or this is my neighbor. It was always one person. He always spoke to one person. He never acted like he was speaking to all the kids in the world.
Yeah.
He acted like he was speaking to just you.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, and that's genius. And yeah, I mean, and the more you read about the man Fred Rogers, and it was just, yeah. Like there were a couple of moments I was like, okay, yeah, this is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after we watched the documentary, my wife and I watched the documentary on PBS. We went on Amazon and watched the last episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Are they on there?
From 2001.
Really? They're on there? Oh, wow.
Yeah. August of 2001 was the last episode. And I'm like, well, does he acknowledge it's the last episode?
Yeah.
Nope.
Really?
Because he knew that the next day there would be another episode from years back or whatever, or from the last year.
Uh-huh.
So he knew there would be another episode the next day. So it's just a regular episode.
Wow.
There's no acknowledgement whatsoever that it's the last episode of Mr. Rogers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I even looked for it. I was like, can you at least see it in his eyes? And you might see it a little bit right before he walks out the door.
Yeah.
Like you can kind of read in his face, like, this is it. This is the last time I do this. But
Wow.
because I think he had stomach cancer at that point too. He had been diagnosed.
Yeah,
with
it was pretty, like I read about that recently, and it was soon. Like I believe middle or the end of one of the years, in the spring of the next year, he was gone.
Yeah.
It was like a 6-month deal.
Yeah, so August 2001 was the last episode. I think you're right. I think it was spring of 2002.
Yeah.
So he passed away.
Wow.
But yeah, if you can see that documentary. And I know there's another one that's out that debuted at Sundance. And I can't remember the name. I don't think that was it. But I would like to see that one too. Because I think that one's like a 2-hour documentary. This was an hour and a half with pledge
Oh, yeah.
drive stuff in the middle of it, which means it was probably about an hour
I wonder where I can watch that now. I'm curious.
Probably pbs.org.
Think so? Mm-hmm. I'll try to check that. I want to see it. I do.
Yeah, and Michael Keaton is the host. That was awesome.
That's
I wasn't
cool.
expecting that.
Yeah.
And Judd Apatow's on it.
Really?
And Sarah Silverman's on it.
Like on the show or on the documentary?
On the documentary.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And to see like Sarah Silverman start to like just watching clips of Mr. Rogers, like it affects her. Just like it affected me like watching it. Like Like, I don't know what it is about that guy.
Yeah.
But if you're of a certain age and you're an adult, and especially being middle-aged now.
The show was, for decades. So I think
Yeah.
it's a vast age it covers.
Yeah. And think about it. When you think about it, it seems like the world got meaner after Mr. Rogers.
It was that year, yeah.
Yeah. It just seems like the world got meaner.
You said August 2001?
Yeah, August 2001.
After that, things happened pretty
Yeah,
drastically.
1 month later,
Yeah.
things got pretty bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you can see that, I recommend that. And all the seasons of Mr. Rogers are on Amazon.
I did not.
No, they're not all on Prime,
Okay.
but it's like $2. If there's an episode you want to see, it's like $2. But the
Okay.
first 3 or 4 seasons are on Prime.
Really?
Yeah, but it's one of those where, like, the first half of the series is on Prime, and then you got to pay for it stuff after
Interesting.
that.
I got you.
Love Fred Rogers.
He's great.
He really is.
Yeah.
And it's almost like Mr. McFeely didn't age through the whole. Like he
Yeah.
looked exactly the same through the whole series.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and they interviewed a couple of the people from the show.
Really?
What was the handyman? His name? I can't remember his name.
I've forgotten.
The handyman was on there. His wife is on there. And then, just a bunch of like people you don't expect, like Judd Apatow and Sarah Silverman.
Yeah, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. And so Sarah Silverman wasn't the character Sarah Silverman? She was normalish?
Yeah, I mean, she's just honest.
Yeah.
She was just being honest, I think.
That's good.
Yeah. But, that's what I've been watching. Well, that's what I watched this last week.
Yeah.
That's been. That's what I've been watching.
What you've been watching.
So, I guess we should probably do this before we go into the break. This comes from our Facebook page. What did I say our neighbor's name was?
Mr. McFeely?
No. JP Latour.
Oh, yeah.
I hope I'm saying that right.
I bet you're not.
It sounds French. Latour. It's spelled Latour.
Latour?
Could be Latour.
Maybe. I don't know. Let us know.
If it's French, it probably is Latour.
But there was someone one time that tried to phonetically pronounce how their name was spelled or sounded.
Yeah.
I still couldn't get it. I couldn't do it.
If it's Americanized, it's Latour.
Yeah.
If it's French, it's Latour. But JP wrote in.
Oh, nice name.
Yeah, nice initials. You guys should do a show on amazing stories. Funny you should say that, JP.
Not a bad idea.
Guess what we're going to do next?
What's that?
Amazing stories.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll do that
Next.
Okay, auditions for the new Earth Station Who co-host. Take 1. Go ahead.
Hello, Stonehenge. Who takes the Pandora Cup, takes the universe. But, bad news everyone, cause guess who? Ha. Listen, you lot you're all whizzing about. It's really very distracting. Could you all just stay still a minute because I am talking?
Not too shabby. Can you close this up?
Earth Station Who, a fun mashup celebrating over 50 years of the Doctor Who universe. You never know where the TARDIS is going to go next. Earth Station Who podcast can be found at www.earthstationwho.com. Earth Station Who is a proud member of the ESO network. We are up on Facebook, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, or wherever fine podcasts are found. Peace and we are done. Did I pass the audition?
We'll get back to you. Next.
We are going to play a round of That Hits the Spotify. Top Artist 1985. That was the year that Amazing Stories debuted.
Right. And
Now we have a theme for That Hits the Spotify.
I do like that quite a bit. It's as if the Sanford and Son salvage relocated on Sesame Street.
Well, this is a really bad cover of the Match Game theme. Which makes me wonder, what does Wheel of Fortune sound like?
Oh, man, it's like a preset song on an old Casio keyboard. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do know what you're talking about. Okay, so we're going to do Amazing Stories. And it began in the year 1985. So I thought I would pick some of the, like we did 1988 a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I thought we would do the top artists, or some of the top artists from 1985. Artist number 1 I've chosen, Adam. Adam, you are the player this week.
Oh, thank you.
Do you want to give a brief rundown of how that hits the Spotify works?
That is the Spotify where you have a random musical artist or performer, a person, male, female, group, artist, no one knows. But the person playing the game, hosting the game, chooses that artist. The person playing the game, which would be me this week, tries to guess the top 5 streamed songs from that particular artist. On Spotify, that is.
Your first artist.
Give it to me.
Very popular in the year 1985. As a matter of fact, its biggest hit comes from 1985, Bryan Adams. Adam, can you name the top 5 songs from Bryan Adams on Spotify?
So biggest hit comes from 85, huh? Mm-hmm. Is that the summer of 69?
Ooh.
I got my first real 6-string, bought it at the 5 and dime. Played it till my fingers bled. Was the summer of 69. Me and some guys from school.
Okay, now let's do the math.
Yeah.
If you're reminiscing about the summer of 1969.
I thought the same thing. I never knew it. Like the first time I heard the song is when I used to watch the late night Howard Stern show on E.
Yeah.
And that was late 90s, and he would sing this song. I'm like, even then, I'm like, damn, man, I didn't know he was that old.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Well, when this came out in 1985, you're less than 20 years removed.
Yeah, that was 16 years from 69.
Which makes sense.
I guess so, yeah.
To listen to this song now and reminisce about 1969.
If he's 26 here, he was 10 there. It makes,
Yeah.
his first guitar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Played it till his fingers bled.
Yeah.
All right, that's got a whopping 186 million.
Oh, wow, really?
807,000 streams. Yeah.
Now, let me know.
It is number 1, by the way.
Oh, nice. Not a huge Bryan Adams fan, but I believe he should have more hits than he did. Mm-hmm. More recognition.
Yeah.
One of my favorite soundtrack songs of all time. And I always jack up the title. But you know where I'm going with this.
I think I do.
I'm going to guess with the Everything I Do It For You. Is that the proper title?
And that would be number 2.
All right. Was that proper title? Did I get it right?
Everything I Do. Well, it's parentheses. Everything I do,
right.
parentheses, I do it for you. Here we go. We're going to give it to you. Judges say we're going to give you this one.
Catapult, Christian Slater, it works.
Look into my eyes, you will see.
Oh, the old Robin Hood soundtrack.
Yep.
Maid Marian.
Yep.
Sheriff of Nottingham.
Yeah. Christian Slater and a catapult, like I said.
Oh, yeah, the Christian Slater.
Sounds like a sandwich, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll have the
Christian Slater and catapult. What would you like to drink?
Mayo, no mayo. I know mayo. Yeah, man.
This has almost, this has 95 million downloads.
And every time we talk about this song, I tell you the story at a young age in my room, playing this tape, crying over my girlfriend. And we're talking like I was 6 or 7. I'll never forget her. It's a true story.
You know it's true.
Everything I do it for you.
All right, we've got 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good. You're doing really good.
I think that may be where this train ends. Should I know the other 3? Because I do
There's
not.
1 more I think you should know.
Give me the ones I shouldn't know first.
The ones that you might not know is number 4, Please Forgive Me.
Please forgive me.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. Yeah, I should have known that. How would you describe his voice? Raspy?
Raspy.
Raspy and high? 'Cause it's not like a raspy low.
No, it's raspy and high.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, we got to move this up.
You're the only one I ever want.
Man.
Wanna make it good.
I'm just back in my middle school dance.
So if I
This has 29 million downloads.
That's crazy.
I know. Bryan Adams still pretty popular. Please forgive me. I know not what I do.
please forgive me, I can't stop
You know,
loving you.
Bryan Adams.
He's pretty cool, right?
Well, I'm going to write a song where I plead to somebody. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rip off what Jesus said on the cross.
It's true.
I mean,
So,
obviously, Bryan Adams has a pretty high opinion of himself.
yeah.
All right, well, that's number 4.
This artist, Bryan Adams in particular, helped me realize I wasn't as cool as I wanted to be.
Because you listen to Bryan Adams?
Not just that, but like for a long time, people were talking about Ryan Adams, the new
Ryan Adams,
indie
yeah.
Americana artist, whatever he's going to be called. People love him. The hipsters love him.
Yeah.
And for a long time, I thought they were talking about Bryan Adams. And I would always agree, like, yeah, man, he's awesome. And eventually one day I'm like, oh, you're saying Ryan. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, apparently there was a whole like Bryan Adams thing going on
If
for.
Bryan Adams is around, you should change your name, Ryan.
Yeah.
Go by your middle name.
We know what you're trying to do. You're trying to confuse people.
Exactly.
Well, you've gotten 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Please Forgive Me is number 4.
And I knew that one.
You still have number 3 and number 5, which number 3 I think you should know.
Really?
Number 5 you might not know.
Give me number 5 first.
When You're Gone.
Don't know that one.
Yeah, it sounds like this.
Oh, it's the old New Jam.
I've been wandering around the house all
Yeah.
night, wondering what the hell to do.
This is the part of the concert, and you're like, you lean over, hey, I'm gonna go get a beer. You need anything? I'll be right back. You want a hot dog?
I want to get back before he sings Summer of 69.
Right.
It's okay, he'll do it twice. So that's number 5, When
Yeah.
You're Gone. That leaves number 3, which I think you would know.
You sure?
I think you would. You give up?
What about now?
Huh?
I give up. Yeah.
You give up?
I give up.
Heaven?
I don't know if I know Heaven.
Apparently it's just the music.
Sounds
to
like
whole
the
song.
opening to Quantum Leap, right? A little bit. Has some tinges to it.
Oh, once in your life you find someone
I don't think I know this.
who will turn you
So many ballads, Brian. What
well.
happened, Brian?
Yeah. Brian.
Hey, what happened, Brian?
Brian. That's it. I'm going to Ron Adams.
I don't think I know Heaven.
Yeah. It's a pretty big hit. 74 million downloads on this one. It's a lot.
just hold me now.
I'm just waiting for it to get to the chorus. Wait, you'll know this.
And baby, you're alright
Oh, yeah.
when you're lying here in my arms.
That's a good hit.
I'm finding it hard to believe we're in heaven.
I do know this song.
All right, so that's Bryan Adams.
Brian
That hits
Adams
the
deserves
Spotify.
more. I blame Ryan Adams for this. I do.
You killed his
I
career.
do.
Well, he actually would do a lot of songwriting too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's written some songs. Like he wrote a song for Lone Star, I think was a big
Really?
hit for Lone Star when they
Really?
were. Yeah. What are we going to do? Let's see.
85. 85.
85.
Give it to me good.
85. Let's do, I don't think we've ever done Madonna.
Oh, no.
Very popular artist in 1985.
How have we missed Madonna?
You know a lot of Madonna songs.
I do a lot of Madonna. That's the problem. Sometimes the catalog is so vast.
Yep.
You can't narrow it down.
So, can you name the top 5 songs from Madonna on Spotify?
I think I can, but
Okay.
give me some help here. And the top 5, is it like a mix of a whole catalog, more of her 80s stuff, more of the new stuff?
More of her 80s stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. But then there's one
Okay.
recent one that's pretty high up there.
Like a Virgin is somewhere on there then. If we're
Like a
going classic.
Virgin is going to be number 4.
Okay.
You ever heard Quentin Tarantino explain this song?
No.
You should look that up.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
So that's number 4.
Yeah.
You have 4 left.
I think Vogue may be on there. Do we have any Vogue?
Vogue just barely made it, or didn't make it. It's number 6. I think this should be up there too.
Yeah, it's a classic.
What are you looking at?
This is her first big comeback, right?
This was her 1990 comeback.
Her late 20s comeback.
She's really good at coming back.
Oh, yeah.
This is 1:22 in the song, by the way.
Is it really? She was one of my first crushes.
Madonna?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Dick Tracy, man. Dick Tracy.
Tracy.
Let's
Not
go.
not her literature that she wrote.
Let's go with some mid to late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Ray of Light should be on here.
Ray of Light is not in the top 10.
Good Lord.
No, that's about right.
Really?
I hated that song.
I love Ray of Light.
No.
Love it.
Nope.
I think I may be stumped. There's just so many. Papa Don't Preach is on here. I'm not sure if you're humming that, but let's try Papa Don't Preach.
No,
okay,
not in the top 10.
Okay, how about Material? Okay, yeah, Material Girl. There we go.
It's number one.
Really?
Material Girl is number one.
I thought Like a Virgin would be number one.
But get this. With only 51 million downloads, remember, everything I do it for you had over 100 million downloads.
That's odd. Bryan Adams killing Madonna today.
That's number one.
You said there's a newer Madonna song in here?
Yep. It's number two, actually.
New as in the past 10 years or like the past few years?
Like the past couple of years.
I won't know that then. Wait. I do know this. Why do I know this?
It was in a movie.
That's Timbaland, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Here's some Timbaland. Yeah. What's the name of this?
4 Minutes. Featuring Madonna, Justin Timberlake, and Timberland.
Yeah.
That's number two. You got number three. No, you got number four. So number three.
Give me a hint for number three.
Well, Like a Virgin was one of her songs.
Right.
And then she also had
Like a Prayer.
That's number three.
Yeah. Was this where she's in like the pinstripe suit and the small boys with her? What video was that?
At the beginning of this, yeah.
Yeah. So
But then she ends up with the choir. This was the one when she started catching backlash for.
Why's that?
Well, because she had all the religious symbols in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know the video I'm talking about? She's in like the pinstripey suit and the small boy. Like the whole time, a small boy's with her.
That's hot. Is that Into the Groove?
I'll check it out. There's so many songs.
Okay, I'm going to give you for your third artist. Well, yes.
I had to look up. I didn't cheat, but I had to look up that video to see what I'm thinking about.
Yeah. Well, her round's over. So
Is she over?
yeah, that's it.
Oh, that was it. Oh,
Yeah.
There's so many songs. But Open Your Heart is the song I'm thinking about.
Oh, yeah.
Open your heart. All
right.
Yep.
I'm going to give you some choices.
Okay, give it to me.
REO Speedwagon.
I can't believe Ray of Light wasn't on there.
Well, you got to concentrate on this.
Okay, sorry. I hate Speedwagon. Not them.
REO Speedwagon.
Hate them.
The Jefferson Starship. No, I'm joking. Foreigner. Duran Duran.
Yeah.
Kool and the Gang.
Oh, man.
Stop me when you're ready to do one.
I'm not ready yet. Do you have any more? Any more options here?
Katrina and the Waves.
Oh, man.
Simple Minds. Dire Straits.
I mean, okay, let's do Dire Straits.
Dire Straits?
Let's do it. I'll know two.
I would know three.
Really?
I would get 3 out of the 5, yeah.
So I'm a huge Martin Knopfler fan. Huge. But don't really know the names of things so well. There was about a year of my life I only listened to Martin Knopfler solo albums and Chet Atkins music. That's all I did.
You love the guitar strummers.
I love his strummers. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Top 5 songs from Spotify for Dire Straits. Go.
Number one, without a doubt, will be Money for Nothing, right?
Actually, Money for Nothing comes in at number 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it will play. Let's push this up. We got to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs.
Totally thought that would be number one. That's odd.
Yeah, buddy, that's his own head. Dire Straits, not real politically correct.
We got to install microwave.
All right, that's number 3.
Man, I thought that would be number 1 for sure.
With still more downloads than Madonna, by the way.
Really?
79 million.
I think that's their biggest commercial hit, but my favorite is Salt in the Swing.
That's number 1.
That's my favorite of theirs.
With 208, almost 209 million downloads.
Like, you don't hear music like this craftsmanship, this guitar playing. It doesn't happen. It's over. It's done.
Not unless you're Chet Atkins.
Exactly.
You get a shiver in the dark. It's raining in the park. But meantime,
When were you listening to DNA by Kendrick Lamar?
On the way up here.
Oh, okay.
It's so creepy.
a bandit's blowing Dixie, double fall time.
All right, we've got 1 and 3.
Feel alright.
I think that's where I'm stumped here. Would you know 3 you said?
I would know 3. I would know number 2.
Really?
Actually, I'd know number 2 and number 4.
Give me number 2.
Of course, I say that now, and then if I was playing this,
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of any. Number 2 is Walk of Life.
You're right. Why did I think of that? This was over Money for Nothing, huh?
Yeah, it's number 2.
You're right. I should have known this.
Here comes Johnny singing Goldie's Goldie. Be Babylula, baby, what I say. Here comes Johnny singing I got a woman.
This is one of those songs. He's better than this. Come on.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on,
true.
Mark. This is like a song. This is they play for like a nutshot montage on America's Funniest Home Videos. You're better than that, Mark. You're better. Can't you see it? The golf shots and T-ball shots.
The Walk of Life. But this was be hosted by Danny Tanner, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In the house with the windows and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
We have to send in the videotape.
Yeah.
Now you upload your video. Number 4 is Brothers in Arms.
I don't know that one.
I think you know this one, Garrett.
I've witnessed your suffering.
I don't think so.
No. Number 5 is Romeo and Juliet.
And the promises they hold. You promised me
I
everything.
don't think so.
You promised me.
All right, I'm going to give you the Redemption Artist.
Okay, here we
I'm
go.
going to give you a shot at Redemption.
Okay.
I got to go back.
Oh, no.
This is going to be pretty funny when we do it. How far can I go back? I'm going to have to look it up. Hang on. Okay, so your Redemption Artist is not from 1985,
Okay.
but in fact the late 90s.
Oh, Redemption, huh?
Your Redemption Artist is Christina Aguilera. Top 5 songs on Spotify. Go.
I'm thinking of today's day and age. Genie in a Bottle won't be in the top. It won't be number 1, but it's top 5.
It is number 5, as a matter of fact.
Well, damn. Should I know all 5 of these?
At least two more.
Okay. Dirty should be on here.
Dirty is number 3.
I like some Dirty now. Dirty. Oh, man, it's so dated.
Is this when she did the tour with Justin Timberlake? I saw her in Memphis
Yeah, I
on
think
tour
so.
with Justin Timberlake.
So,
She played first, then Justin Timberlake.
the first, like, ex-Tina time, you know?
Yeah.
Is that her butt? That's her butt cheeks.
All right, that's number 3.
Beautiful has to be on here.
Beautiful is number 2.
Oh, man. Already
You
I've got-
are killing it on the Christina Aguilera.
That may be where this train ends. Nope. I think I have an idea.
Okay.
But this may be like an ensemble song. But is Lady Marmalade on there?
It is actually in the top 10
Okay.
at number 7.
That's odd.
What's this? Let me see. Okay, hold on. Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
Pink.
Right.
Maya.
Right.
Missy Elliott.
Yep.
Is that it?
I think that's it. I think that's it.
From the soundtrack of Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
We come through with the money in the garden belts. Let them know we bout that cake straight out
What's
the
that?
gate. We independent women,
Who's that?
some mistake us for
Is that
whores.
Eve?
Saying, why spend mine when I can spend
No.
yours? Disagree?
Was that? There was a fourth.
Sorry, I'ma keep playing these cats out like a tar.
Lil' Kim.
That's Lil' Kim, yeah.
Yeah, it's Lil' Kim.
Yeah.
Who?
Foxy Brown.
All right, so that's actually number 7 on
Yeah.
the list.
I don't think I know the other two. I have 3 of 5.
Say Something is number 1.
I don't know that one. That must be a newer one. Never heard this one. That's number 1.
Will stumble and fall.
Maybe? Yeah.
Number 4 is El Ultimo
Nope. Dragon?
Adios. It's a various artist version.
Okay.
So it's like a popular Spanish song is number 4.
I know this song. What's wrong with you, Adam?
Yeah, Say Something was number 1. This is number 4.
What?
But she appears on this.
It's like Justin Bieber on Despacito.
Yeah, it's like Lady Marmalade. I can't believe this song wasn't on there.
Which one is this? Oh, I forgot about this song. I did 3 of 5, though. Majority rules, yeah. That's my redemption artist. Forgot about the song.
Or this one.
Oh, yeah.
This is number 10.
She's done, right? Her career's done.
Well, she's a coach on The Voice now, right?
Yeah, but what does that mean?
Oh, you know what we should have done? Have we done Gwen Stefani? We'll save this for later.
We'll save it for later, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Next time.
listen quickly.
You can't say that.
You know what, Adam?
What's that?
I ain't no hollaback girl.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. All right. Well, that hits the Spotify.
A little
That
bit
moves
of
on
85
to our subject.
Yeah.
The TV show Amazing Stories, which debuted in 1985. That's how it's kind of tied in.
Good year, you
See what
know.
we did there?
Yeah, even minus the ex-Tina and Gwen Stefani. Never mind, that happened. Never happened.
Yeah, that's right. Well, they were born around then.
Yeah, sure.
They were all born around 1985. So, a show that's fair to say you're not as familiar with?
I need to delve more into that, I'll admit it.
Yeah.
I need to see it more. But I'm seeing the cast list and the directors and writers and the composers. I mean, we have Toby Hooper, Steven Spielberg, John Williams, even Robert Zemeckis with some Bob Gale writing.
Yeah, this was an anthology series.
Right.
That kind of covered fantasy, horror, science fiction, comedy, some drama.
And I would go to say this is one of my favorite subgenres out there. I mean, Twilight Zone is one of my, if not the best show of all time to me. One of my favorites. Right now I'm into Black Mirror on Netflix. It's awesome. Kind of the same.
I made a Black Mirror joke today.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I can't remember.
You've forgotten already?
I forgot.
But the anthology, horror, suspense, sci-fi, comedy thing is always great to me. So it's good.
I remember watching this when I was a kid. And did we mention John Williams was the composer for the theme song?
Yeah.
Amazing theme song. Like we said, created by Steven Spielberg. And the one episode that sticks out in my mind the most, and then in researching this, was an episode that was directed by Steven Spielberg with a story written by Steven Spielberg from the first season. It was episode 5 of the first season called The Mission. And the synopsis here is a belly turret gunner in World War II is trapped in the compartment of his bomber. And he is, like they've taken on some artillery fire. And he is stuck in the belly of this plane. The landing gear won't go down. So if they land, he's in this kind of, well, you call it plexiglass now, but this encased turret, it would come flesh. I mean, it would kill him. He's stuck in there. So when they land the plane, there's no way he can survive. He's also a cartoonist. And there was always like a magical twist to a lot of these episodes. And the magical twist was what he drew could come to life. So as the plane's making its final descent and all the airmen that are his comrades, on the plane, as they're coming to grips with the fact that, he's not going to make it once they land, he starts feverishly sketching out the plane and he draws it. And so when it pulls back and you see the plane come in for the landing, these cartoon wheels pop out. The cartoon landing gear pops out on the plane and it safely lands.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it was stories like that. It was just kind of fun, magical adventure stories. Some of them could be darker.
Yeah, I was going to say it doesn't seem as horror style as a Twilight Zone or a Black Mirror.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's very much inspired by Twilight Zone, Outer Limits, the shows of that time that were on around that time.
Yeah.
I think probably ahead of its time. Because you got to think if they were due, and there's always talk about bringing Amazing Stories back. They've been talking about bringing Amazing Stories back for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
But I do believe that if you bring Amazing Stories back now, it would do so much better than it did. Because as you saw, it didn't do well in the ratings.
The highest hit was the number 40 in the ratings with those names I just said involved. That's crazy.
And it only got 2 seasons.
Yeah.
It was only on for season 1 and season 2.
I mean, you could have literal paint drying presented by Steven Spielberg now, and it would have better ratings than that.
That's true.
Seriously, it would.
And when you go through the list of directors that worked on this, we mentioned Steven Spielberg. Clint Eastwood directed an episode of Amazing Stories. Joe Dante directed an episode of Amazing Stories.
Yeah.
Joe Dante, you may know, directed the Gremlins. And his was called Boo. And it's basically a couple move into a house haunted by the previous owners.
Ooh.
So that was the
Beetlejuice style.
Yes, exactly.
But you showed me here the last episode directed by Tobe Hooper.
Yeah,
That's
the
so
very
crazy.
last episode of the series directed by Tobe
starring
Hooper.
Weird Al Yankovic. Mm-hmm. That's insane. Like, I never knew that existed, honestly. Now I've got to see this. I have to.
And they would return, like Danny DeVito directed an episode.
Yeah.
You'd have returning, like Robert Zemeckis, who would go on to direct Back to the Future and Forrest Gump.
Right.
Directed an episode. And so this is, you really think like this is really the training ground for those Spielberg type directors who would bring us fantastic motion pictures. So it's really weird to think that these guys are doing TV. It's so like, it was a different time in the 80s. If you worked in the movie business, you didn't lower yourself to do television. Mm-hmm. And it would have to be very special television projects. And I guess something developed by Spielberg would count as a very special TV project.
That Zemeckis directed episode was even written by Bob Gale, it says. I mean,
who was a writer on Back to the Future.
Yeah.
And then there was one when I don't remember this episode, but Burt Reynolds directed an episode. And the Burt Reynolds directed episode starred Dom DeLuise and Lonnie Anderson.
that just screams Burt Reynolds.
It really does. Like, Burt, we're going to let you direct this episode. Who do you want to be in it? Well, Dom DeLuise.
Oh, man.
And Lonnie Anderson.
Yeah. That's like that year of his life. It's all, that's
really,
just a snapshot.
It really is. If you've never experienced Amazing Stories, I really encourage you to find it. I think NBC.com, you can watch it for free.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't check that.
At least watch the first season for free.
Yeah.
And that I don't remember the Tobe Hooper episode with Weird Al in it.
That's so good.
I don't remember
reading that. I'm like, is this a typo? I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. Now I do know that the series got canceled, and the story. Do you remember the movie Batteries Not Included?
Yeah, totally.
The story for Batteries Not Included was supposed to be a story on Amazing Stories, and then Spielberg liked that story so much that they just made it into a motion picture.
I can see that. That makes sense.
Yeah. And do you remember the cartoon, the animated show Family Dog?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
There's an animated series called Family Dog that kind of gained some popularity through the 90s. Family Dog actually started as an episode of Amazing Stories.
Really?
And then it spun off into its own series.
You think Amazing Stories is in the St. Elsewhere universe? Was that pre-St. Elsewhere? It probably was, wasn't it?
No, St. Elsewhere was on one.
I wonder if it's included. I bet it is.
It's in the Tommy Westfall universe.
That's it, yeah.
I got to tell you, when I was up at the Louisville Arcade Expo, our friend Whitney from Broken Token Pinball and Classic Arcade Podcast. Is that the full name of it?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Let's say yes.
Is that or is it Classic Arcade and Pinball Podcast?
The Pickle Givers.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we have things to talk about.
Oh, we do have to talk about it before we leave. I'm glad you said that.
That was close.
That was very close.
Yeah, wow.
That's what happens when I don't write things down.
I did, and I still forgot, so it's good.
So we had a very long discussion about the Tommy Westfall universe.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that news to him, or was he aware of that existed?
We talked about it. We did that whole episode about it.
Right, yeah.
And so he went on and did his own independent research.
Yeah.
Went and listened to the episode of Stuff You Should Know that I heard that inspired me to bring it to this show. And he was just as blown away by it as I am. That Star Trek and, Happy Days and all these shows are connected.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's really crazy. So maybe we should do Tommy Westfall Part 2 at some point.
It's endless.
And you know what I'm going to say right here? What we're going to do next week?
What's that?
We're going to go back to, I'm going to go pull an episode. We did this once before of Unsolved Mysteries.
I like that.
And we're going to
break it down.
Yeah, we're going to break down an episode of
Unsolved Mysteries Club. We all watched the episode together.
next week.
I like it.
We should pick out what episode it would be.
Yeah.
Then you can watch it and then we'll come back.
Yeah, we can do that.
I haven't thought that far ahead.
No.
So that's our take on amazing stories. They're all individual stories. It's an anthology. If you haven't seen it, go find it. Like I said, you can watch it for free on NBC.com and see all these great names that you know by heart, like Steven Spielberg. And if you don't know Joe Dante and Toby Hooper, you know their work. And Tom DeLuise, Lonnie Anderson, directed by Burt Reynolds. So, do you want to? Okay,
Sure. Yeah.
explain this. What we're doing here.
Quick goals, and these goals are set for the date of June the 1st, 2018. 6/1/18. Put it on the calendars. We have some iTunes reviews goals, and we also some Patreon. You can find it at patreon.com/podcasserole goals as well. You want the pickles or the Twinkies first? What do you want?
Let's do Twinkies first.
So we have a Twinkie goal.
Yeah.
If we have at least 50 5-star reviews on iTunes, is it the podcast app they call it this month?
Yeah, the Apple Podcast app.
Apple Podcast app on iTunes reviews, call it what you want. If we have 50 5-star reviews for Podcast Roll by June 1st, JP will live stream himself eating one of these 2016 expired limited edition Key Lime Slime Ghostbusters Twinkies.
These are a promotional product put out
Right.
for the Ghostbusters film.
Right.
And like you said, it expired August 23rd, 2016.
Year and a half ago.
A year and a half ago.
Right.
So for, what did we say, 50?
Yeah, 50. We have to have, right now we're at what, 26 or so?
Yeah, we're like over halfway there.
Yeah, so just like 24 or more 5-star reviews on the podcast app on your Apple phone.
Yeah, it's got to be the Apple Podcast
Apple
app.
device, yeah.
Yeah. Go leave a 5-star review,
Yeah.
and we get 50 of those by June 1st. I will eat. Do I have to eat a whole pack, or will I eat just one of the Twinkies?
I would say at least one. How about this? We do, at least one.
By that point, an almost 2-year expired Twinkie.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
We do have some newer podcast reviews on there. Did you want to read some newer ones?
Just to go through a couple
Just to give
here.
a refresher of what's happening here.
Thanks to Kevin251, who the title is Eat Your Podcaster Roll! Exclamation point.
Nice title.
Very well produced and always entertaining. Adam and JP have professional radio experience, and it shows. Plus, they're geeks. So you're getting lots of fun pop culture talk on TV, movies, music, wrestling, games, etc. every week. Kevin251,
thanks,
his
Kevin.
5-star review.
Thank you, Kevin.
Nerdy Laser says, one of my favorite podcasts nowadays, Podcast Roll, is a perfect entertainment show that features fantastically structured shows.
And spelling and words.
Words are hard. There is a little typo there, but that's okay, Nerdy Laser. We don't care.
No. I was making fun of you, not her. Dang it.
No, it was why do you know Nerdy Lasers are her?
Oh, did I say her?
Yeah.
I just
No, you know what? That's very woke of you.
see. I'm totally woke.
Yeah, you're totally woke.
I feel like Nerdy Laser is a feminine name, right? Nerdy Laser.
It could be.
Now I'm in a corner. I'm trying to be good.
JIC4M says, awesome show. Love these guys. They cover topics all over the place and make me laugh out loud every episode. Give it a listen. You will thank me later. So just some of the more recent reviews that we've had on iTunes.
And join them and make us hit 50 5-star reviews by June 1st, and you can have the pleasure of seeing a live stream archived later to watch if you wanted of JP eating, once again, the limited edition Key Lime Slime Ghostbusters expired 2 years ago Twinkies.
What, June 1st?
June 1st.
If we have the
55 stars.
we will, when we sit down, I don't know what day of the week June 1st is on, but the time that we record, after June 1st, that first show that we record, we will live stream it on Facebook Live.
Yeah. I believe at this time now, go check our social media pages, and you'll see a picture of JP holding the Twinkie box in one hand and the next product we're about to push in the other.
The next one, the next one's a little more lofty, but it's a little more dangerous.
So we have the Twinkie Gold by June 1st, 55-star reviews, which is totally attainable. The next one's attainable as well, a little more out of reach, but I think with your help we can do it, and that is what we call the Pickle Fingers Goal. And if you listened to last week's episode, you know of the classic Louisville Arcade Expo jar of pickles ravaged by some man's arcade finger hands. Just
a total stranger.
Total stranger.
Shoved his fingers down into that jar of pickles.
If you have no clue what we're talking about, check out last week's episode to get the full scoop on that. But if we have on patreon.com/podcastroll at least 25 $5 patrons by June 1st of this year, JP will eat on live stream one of those pickle fingers pickles.
I will truly be Pickle Rick. I'll be Pickle J. Patrick. I'm Pickle J. Patrick.
PJP.
I will be PJP.
I like it.
When I devour.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You can't even point. You can't even look at it right now. Imagine 4 months from now.
Because here's the thing.
3 months.
I've opened that jar. A stranger shoved his hands down in it, and it hasn't been refrigerated in over a week.
And you smelled it. It's a fun smell, right? It's almost like a... Oof.
I risk some sort of food poisoning for this.
I can't imagine the funk fermentation that's happening right now.
And what did we say, 50?
No, 25.
Oh, 25.
So once again, the Pickle Fingers goal is 25 $5, at least $5 patrons by June 1st. Patreon.com/podcastroll. June 1st, if we have 25 patrons.
And
boom,
here's what you get when you become...
pickles in your mouth.
It will be in my mouth, and very soon, probably in porcelain.
And this isn't bad. We've seen like close friends of ours streaming video games for $5 drink their own dip spit. So this isn't so bad.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Also, when you become a $5 subscriber at patreon.com/podcastroll, you get access to our archives that currently we're going through. We're starting at 2014 and we're working our way up because I feel like 2014 is the good stuff.
That's the prime.
We'll get all the good stuff up and then worry about pre-2014 stuff. So we're doing 2014 forward right now in our archives, but you also get the exclusive monthly episode of Podcastroll.
Yeah.
That we do only for Patreon.
All that plus the pickle fingers.
Plus the pickle fingers.
What else do you want?
And I will be Pickle J. Patrick if we get our goal of 25 patrons by June 1st.
June 1st, 25 $5 patrons for Pickle Fingers, for the Twinkie Goal, 55-star reviews, all by June 1st. Of course, the Twinkie Goal can be free. That costs people
No, that
nothing.
doesn't cost anything.
Just a stomach ache for JP here, for an old 2-year-old key lime slime Twinkie.
Yeah, so am I going to eat this before we record or afterwards?
I think we should probably do it during. I think we should record and live stream during the recording, maybe.
Right, but I'm just saying. Okay.
While. Not before, after, but during.
So we still have to do a show.
Yeah.
After whatever happens to me.
I think you'll be fine.
When whatever happens to me is happening after eating one of those pickles.
Question for the Twinkie. Are you going to just down it one gulp, or are you going to bite it in half and look at it?
I think I'm going to get some real milk to go with that.
You sure?
Yeah.
Really?
Can I dunk it in milk first?
If you want to.
Because is it possibly not that soft
anymore?
anymore?
You talking the Twinkie or the pickle?
The Twinkie. Connect with us online at adamandjp.com.
Like we said, patreon.com/podcastroll. On Twitter at adamandjp and facebook.com/adamandjp. Check it all out.
I'm J. Patrick. That's Adam.
Eat your podcastroll.
I'm J. Patrick Pickle Patrick Rick. This has been a production of the Adam and JP family of on-demand talk radio.
AdamandJP.com.
Right now.